Hey y'all, and welcome back to another video by UmbrasDarkness. In today's video, we have the much anticipated shooter tier list. To be straightforward with you guys, completely 100% honest, I do not know shooters very well. This is going based off of trusted knowledge from an expert that is inside of the Nerd Herd. He ran the math, did the configurations, and loves shooters because he's weird like my wife. He's the main input for this tier list. I got all the questions, got all the knowledge from him that he has to share, and I'm going to share it in this video. But I want to be very straightforward, very honest that they are the ones that came up with the tier list. I'm just here to share the wealth, share the knowledge, because it's important, and I know a lot of people do a lot of important decision making based off of the tier list I present. On top of that, we have the giveaway. That was 2 videos ago. I didn't want to do it last video because it didn't really fit the mood of the video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I mean, you know, that's up to you. And then we have the giveaway for 1,100 subscribers, I believe, is what we're up to. So this giveaway is going to be another $20 giveaway. The code word is going to be GRIND, G-R-I-N-D, grind. The word will be in the description as well. Because of you guys, I finally am monetized on YouTube, so thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of the love and support, and hopefully the content maintains value, and you guys enjoy each and every video that I post. With that, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, you guys, so just like last time, there's going to be a 3-part tier list. The first part's going to be Groundhog. The second part's going to be player versus player. And then the third part is, by popular demand, not recommended to be utilized in any way, shape, and or form. But because I will do what my viewers request of me, a overall tier list for all the special ants in relationship to shooters. So without any more delay, let's get into it. For Groundhog, we of course have Golden Sugar up here as S tier. Golden Sugar deserves the role as S tier. It's the best debuffer in the game, no matter what ant you're looking at. So because of that, Golden Sugar is S tier for all of us. Jack Jumper is that old DPSer that we love that didn't quite make S tier back in Carrier. That's because we don't have a Shickery Master here. However, we do have a Reap Master. Reap Master is like Shickery Master or Venom. Jack Jumper replaces one of those roles, right? So Reap Master is one of your largest DPSers in the game for shooters mathematically. So Reap Master is very, very good. And then Golden Armor, obviously, for pure DPS. Now, if we're going into A tier, we have Giant Tooth. Obviously, we did this conversation when we went into Carriers about Giant Tooth mathematically could be one of the highest DPSers, but you need perfect RNG, etc., etc. Got it. That's why Giant Tooth is A tier. Works with shooters still, however, it's mathematically not. It's not something that you should be doing if you care about the server. Same with Slim Arched. Acid General. The reason Acid General is A tier is because of this. If we look at Acid General skill 8, it has an 18% damage to increase damage taken, but to only 1 random squad within effective range. Whereas if we go look at Golden Sugar, their debuffing mood is 3 random enemy squads within the effective range, so the entire team has a penetration effect, reducing their defense by 30%. That's why Golden Sugar is better than Acid General and why Acid General is A tier. I would not run Golden Sugar and Acid General in the same team. You're relying on perfect RNG to allow your one DPSer that you have left to hit the one team that is debuffed with Acid General. It's just not worth it, y'all. Not in my opinion, at least. Whereas if you're using Golden Sugar and 2 DPSers, you're dealing damage equally and you don't have to RNG hope that you hit the same row as wherever Acid General hit. So that's why Acid General is A tier for me. However, if you don't have a Golden Sugar but you have double Acid General, Obviously, Acid General is very, very good to run, and I would obviously run him. Okay, you guys, then we have Banshee Velvet and Bullet Ant, we have Banshee Velvet, Bullet Ant, and Driver Ant. They're all like A-B tier. They do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They do some damage. They're not great at it. Is what it is. Banshee Panda obviously is there for evasion. He's not there to deal damage to the Groundhog, so that's why Banshee Panda is C tier, and then Golden Spiny is D tier for obvious reasons. Again, Golden Spiny technically could possibly, probably, maybe do more damage than Banshee Panda. However, we don't want anyone to believe Banshee Panda that Golden Spiny in any way is endgame viable. You should not invest into Golden Spiny ever. So, that's why Golden Spiny stays D tier. Alright, you guys, so here we have our player versus player tier list. This player versus player tier list comes with current meta, right? So my tier lists are updated based off of current meta and things like that. I want you guys to take that into consideration. But without further ado, let's get into it. Jack Jumper. Obviously, your best DPSer, Reap Master, up there for DPSing. So Jack Jumper, Reap Master, huge. Banshee Panda, if you guys don't know how overpowered Banshee Panda is, I don't know where you've been sleeping, what rock you're under. If you're watching this and it's rotated out of the shop and you're a whale, complain to someone, because you're going to wish you had Banshee Panda in a dupe. The ant is insane. Banshee Velvet, alright, man. Let me rack your guys' brain, okay? Banshee Velvet, S tier for player versus player. Why, Umbra? Why? Alright, you guys, if we go look at Banshee Velvet, and we look at it initially, we're like, skill 8? It says after round 5. Umbra, you says that sucks. After round 5, PvP no last that long. You're right. Let's skip combat level 8. Alright? Let's look at this sweet, sweet baby right here. Sweet, sweet nothingness. Alright. 40% chance to deal 180% plus special ant level of 2.5%. So up to an additional 2.5 times 50. So 150% damage. To one random enemy squad within valid range, and gains buffs for all owned squads, increasing 50% damage shooter, counter damage to carrier ants. All owned squads, so including himself on his skill 2, right? So including himself, all owned squads. So it allows your DPSers to deal more damage, and it increases the counter damage. The key word there is being damage. The reason that this is important is because attack and damage are multiplicative. So you take all of your attack values and then you multiply it by your damage buffs. Therefore 50% could be, instead of like 100% attack buff, it could be a 750% attack buff, right? Because it's multiplying your total value by 50. Alright, hope that makes sense to you guys. And it lasts for 2 rounds. So you get this off round 1 or round 2, right? Because there's no prep phase, overpowered. Get this off round 1 or round 2. And then it lasts for the rest of the fight. Because, again, fights usually end by round 4 or round 5. So, there you go, guys. Banshee Velvet. Super good. And because current meta is carrier or shooters, me, personally, carrier. My wife, the crazy one, personally, shooter. It is super good because it does it against the carrier ants, right? So, again, if Guardians were super good and carriers were super bad, it would be in the same rank that Igmag Taylor is. It would be awful. But because carriers are super good, this special ant is super, super good. Hope that makes sense to everyone. Alright. Giant Tooth, disabling attacks, slim arch, defensive moves, golden armor, really good, but we want him to be competitive with our S tiers. Bullet and Driver both could probably be B tier. Acid General, the reason that he's not good, but he's not awful. So, Acid General could, in theory, be C tier, like Golden Sugar, because it's debuffs down, rotations on that skill 8, right? However, it is a shooter-specific ant, and so it gives a higher buff, 35%, and skill 2 and skill 5 are a little bit better, so that's why Acid General is still B tier. Golden Sugar is C tier for the same reason, and Golden Spiny, if you're still thinking about investing in Golden Spiny, please unfollow my page. Like, I don't know what else you want from me. It's not good. Unless they buff Golden Spiny or someone comes out with a public service announcement explicitly stating why Golden Spiny is magically good, don't do it, man. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want you to send screenshots of a server that's a month and a half old that has Golden Spiny and no other special ants, and just because of sheer raw base power, it defeats everyone in the server. I got it. Golden Spiny early on, super early on, is very good, but is a waste of resources. Do not invest in him. Not worth it. Please, thank you. Have a great day. Come again. Fearless. I don't enjoy them. I don't think that they should be there. The game's too complicated for that. The gameplay is vastly different. But Jack Jumper, Reap Master, obviously S tier. If you get them, they should be inside of your teams, be either PvP or PvE. Golden Sugar is the best debuffer in the game. It should be inside of your PvE lineup. And Banshee Panda is the best PvP ant for shooters so far. Should be inside of your shooter lineup. Giant 2 Slim Arched. They're good, not great. For shooters in PvP, they have the highest chance of doing damage mathematically. And Groundhog, obviously. Golden Armor for Invasion, Banshee Velvet. Meta because carriers are meta. Acid General gets dropped down to B tier solely because Golden Sugar is just better, and Acid General is not good for PvP, which is kind of balanced, right? Because New World General is not good for PvE, Acid General is not good for PvP. Bullet and Driver, Jack of all trades, Master of none. Same story here. Bullet and Driver could both be C tier, but we have Bullet slightly higher than Driver based off of the damage calculations. And then Golden Spiny, listen to my rant about 2 minutes ago over again in your head. If you can't recite it by the end of this video, watch it again, help pay them bills. I mean, what? Alright, you guys. This is my tier list. These are my tier lists. And by mine, I mean the Nerd Herds. If the person that helped make the vast majority of the shooter tier list wants to claim it, they can. If they want to remain anonymous, they can. That's not my place. I am the speaker, but I am not the only one that puts input, and it is all based off of math, science, testing, hypothesis, and execution. None of this stuff is personal opinion for the most part. Very little of it is speculation. Obviously, with carriers, Venom is a lot of speculation. But we do our best to give you the best content possible based off of the raw numbers and based off of actual player versus player battles and Groundhog battles. So that's what we did. Code word again for the 1,100 subscribers is grind, and we will be drawing the last giveaway winner right now, actually, because we're done. Alright, you guys. Same story as always. Keyword, or we're on a random comment picker that I love so much. It's the best one that pops up on Google. We're going to click here. We're going to right-click copy so that you guys can see that I'm using the exact URL I tell you guys to. There's no shenanigans at play. Then we're going to filter duplicate users, include reply comments. Don't care where you say the required word. Filter comments based on specific text. And keyword right here. So just like anyone else could do, we're going to right-click copy that. We're going to paste. And then we're going to give YouTube comments. 69 comments. Giggity, giggity. Googa! You know what I'm saying? Anyways. Click start on this one right here. Yes, I'm a mature adult. Don't judge. Ashley Keefe. Congratulations. If your husband is in the Navy, let me know, because then I served with him, and that'd be super freaking interesting. Small world. Please, you must be a YouTube subscriber in order to claim your prize. Find me on Discord, find me online. We'll hook up together. We'll figure out how to get you the code. Anyways, you guys, thank you for coming back. I will be putting out another video on Sunday. We kind of got thrown off with Halloween, so sorry about that. We are skipping the Guardian tier list video. No one has endgame data to prove anything, and they're not meta right now, so I don't feel like it's a good use of time, and it would be more speculation than anything else. I'll try and put out a YouTube video maybe this Saturday to make up for the lack of YouTube videos during the week. But worst case scenario, I will be putting out a YouTube video on Sunday. I'm thinking the next YouTube video, if you guys would like, should be about Alliance Expedition, just some of the tips and strategies. There's a member of the Nerd Herd that is typing up a Alliance Expedition rough draft of what they would do. And if they give me their permission, I will share it here. I do not share any content that is discussed inside the Nerd Herd without explicit permission. So don't think I'm stealing anyone's ideas. Everyone is giving consent. I'm just the one that likes to talk the most. So, you know, it is what it is. I like the sound of my voice. And I guess you guys do too. Anyways, sorry for the last minute rambles. That's what happens when I'm tired. And boy, howdy, let me tell you, I'm tired. As always, you guys, you can catch me in the YouTube comments. YouTube is limiting how many push notifications I get about comments to YouTube videos. So if I miss them, please, you can catch me on Discord. My Discord name is in the link below. The Discord server will be published this weekend. Again, it didn't get done last weekend due to Halloween. My bad. And my line username is also in the description below. Or, worst case scenario, like I always say, you can catch me on server 174. Until next time, you guys, stay humble, stay happy, stay hungry. Bye, y'all.